Hi everyone. So I thought I'd just do a quick video. Probably not quick, but anyways, I've been meaning to do this video for a couple weeks now. Another YouTuber, she did one and wanted people to, make their own or comment or respond to her video. Now, I'm not sure, I think she took the video down maybe? I can't remember. She took one of her videos down because it caused a lot of drama and hate, I guess. So I'll give my opinion. She was talking about, oh geez, here we go. They're doing some work in a unit here that's, I'm on the second floor and the unit they're working on is on the first floor, but it's quite noisy. But I thought they were maybe on lunch break, but I think lunch break is over. So anyways, the video was about being on the fringes in the reborn community. Now, I'm showing, two different dolls here. One's a reborn, one is not. Now for me, I feel like for years and years and years now, I have been, I've been on the fringes for many, many years. At first, when I first joined the reborn community, like on forums such as Dollfan and Yahoo groups and things like that, I thought, oh, this is wonderful. I found my people, because most people don't understand my doll collecting or don't like it or whatever. And I had no one to really chat dolls with. I used to chat dolls with my mom, but when I was younger, but then she kind of got upset about it because I would know more about my dolls than I would whatever I was supposed to be learning in school. And school was very hard for me, and I just didn't seem to be catching on, as fast as most of the other students. And at school, there's another thing, I was kind of on the fringes. I didn't really fit in, didn't have friends, and whatnot. So, yeah, so as I was saying, in the reborn community at first, I thought, I found my people. We have a lot of similar interests, not just dolls. And I thought these people understand me. Then I think as the doll collecting hobby and reborns came out, and more people joined the hobby, and then more and more people started the whole role play thing, like adults role playing with dolls. And I really wasn't into that. I tried for appearance sake a little bit when I had my neonates dolls to take them out and this and that, because neonates, I don't have one in here I'd show you, but they're made from the same mold as the Baby Think It Over, the dolls that you use in high school for parenting class. So with my neonates, I wasn't in high school anymore, and I think I was done college as well, but I, at that time anyway, looked a lot younger than what I actually am, and people thought that I was still a student and that I had the doll for school, and I just went along with it. So I would kind of take my neonate out, take pictures and things like that, but then, I don't know, my anxiety kept getting worse and worse. I was dealing with a lot of stress at work. I was dealing with a lot of stress in my marriage. So I stopped taking my dolls out. I no longer felt comfortable. And I never really role played with my dolls. Well, except when I was a child, but as a teenager and adult, I never did the whole, I'm gonna feed my doll a bottle, and I'm going to change their diaper and their clothes every day, and all that sort of thing. So a lot of people with the lifelike dolls, neonates, baby think-it-overs, reborns, they were into the whole role play side. And at first I was like, this is fascinating. I don't feel the need to role play, but I found it fascinating that adults were, I guess, playing with dolls. And then over the years, I don't know, I really don't know where it came from, but people started to not like me, and people started to send me nasty comments, and people were getting upset because I had so many reborns, and people were saying I'm a scammer because I have so many reborns. And I still get messages sometimes about, you're such a bad mom because you don't role play with your reborns, you leave them on the shelf, you're so mean, you're so cruel. And I'm like, you know what, I'm not a reborn mom, I'm a doll collector. My dolls, for the most part, sit on a shelf or wherever I've got them displayed, and that is that. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel once again like I'm on the outside because I'm not part of that clique or whatever that it seems like the majority of people, they want to role play with their reborns as if it's a real baby, or they get upset and they come to me for support because their family, their significant other or whatever, they don't feel supported. And I'm like, I can't help you because I don't know what that's like. I don't role play, so there's nothing for my family to support. If I were role playing that my dolls were my real baby, I don't know how my family would feel, but I don't have to worry about that because that's not something for me. So I'm kind of on the fringes, I guess, because to me they're dolls. And I call them dolls, I call them babies, I call them dolls, whatever. To me, it's interchangeable, like babies and dolls. The word is interchangeable for me. I think I call them babies a lot just because I'm so used to seeing them called babies, because to so many people they're babies, and a lot of people get insulted if you call it a doll, a reborn that is. So I guess I'm kind of on the fringes because I don't really role play. I don't at all. And then in the doll community in general, where it's all kinds of dolls, not just reborns, a lot of times I get kicked out of groups because I post my reborns and they're like, this is not the place for that. And I'm like, it's a doll. Like it's for all dolls. I know reborns are a lot different than, say my Amazing Amy doll there, who's, she's mass produced, they all look the same, whatever. But to me, there's really no difference between like Amazing Amy there and my reborn. To me, a doll is a doll. They're dolls. I know there is a difference. I know reborns take a lot of work and this and that, but really at the end of the day, a doll is a doll. It doesn't matter. Why can't I post in your group pictures of my reborns? And somebody said, well, I don't want like your roleplay crap or whatever she said in my group. I'm like, but I don't roleplay. I just want to share pictures and videos of my dolls, including my reborns. And no, sorry. You can post your other dolls, but your reborns aren't welcome. We're not into that sort of thing. And so I'm like, whatever, if you can't accept it, whatever, I'll just find another group. But, I'm on the fringes, as I said, because so many people roleplay with their dolls. And then now more and more, during this lockdown, quarantine, whatever, even the regular dolls, there's a lot of people in the groups for all dolls, and they are role-playing with their other kinds of dolls, like setting up scenes with their dolls, like, oh, like Barbie's cooking today or whatever. And you know, as I said, I did that when I was a child, but just not anymore. It's just not for me. So I just kind of feel like I'm on the fringes. As in real life, I think a lot of people just don't like me. I'm very different because I didn't have a lot of friends. Growing up, I spent a lot of time by myself playing dolls. But, you know, maybe I know I don't have very good social skills, social graces. I have anxiety really bad sometimes, and I don't know. So yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to accept that now in the doll community I'm on the fringes because I have reborns and those aren't allowed because of whatever reason they think, and because I don't role play, I'm on the fringes in the reborn community. And like, I don't sit and, you know, cuddle my doll while I'm watching TV. I don't take them on outings. They just sit there and look pretty. Like, I'll show you something. These are still in their Christmas clothes because I haven't touched them since before Christmas. And that's fine for me. I'm like, they're just dolls. It's not hurting anything. And a lot of people I know are going to be upset. Oh my gosh, you haven't touched them in like months, 6 or 7 months, and I feel so sorry for your babies, and blah, 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 blah. Someone even told me once that I would be a bad mom if I had a real baby, just because I don't give my reborns what she said was the proper love and care or something like that. I'm like, first of all, there is a huge difference between being a reborn mom and a real mom. With your reborns, they can just sit there. It doesn't matter. With a real baby, I can't just set him or her down on the shelf and not change him for 6 months, you know? A real child would require that I feed them and I change them, that I not just sit them down on the shelf for 6 months, you know? I know the difference between caring for a real child and caring for a doll. No matter how much role play you do with your reborn, at the end of the day, it's still a doll, and you can put it down anytime you want with no consequence or putting the doll in danger. With a real child, you know, if you put them down and ignore them, there's huge consequences for that child and for you. So anyway, that's my little video. I got to go ahead and do some work around my apartment. And I hope the background noise wasn't too bad of the people who are doing construction right now. Our water's off too, so it's a good thing it's my day off work. I'm back to work part-time, 9 hours a week, 3 hours a day for 3 days a week right now, so we'll see how that goes. It's been going okay so far. It just gets a little boring because the only person I see really is the manager, and I don't really like him. Since he became manager, like, he started out just as an ordinary guy, you know, started at the bottom, and I don't feel he worked his way to the top. He is, I don't know. I just have a hard time taking him seriously. Maybe because of his personality, I don't know, but whatever, it is what it is. There's good points and bad points to him. Like, the good point is he gets our schedule done like a week ahead of time. The manager that I used to have, he would get, okay, our week starts on Sunday where I work. So Saturday night, sometimes not until like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, he would get our schedule out. So if you worked like Saturday night and you closed the store at like 11 p.m. or whatever, you didn't know if you had to be the person that was there to open the store the next day. And he's done that to me a few times. And then I told him, look, I I can't do this. He didn't even realize what he was doing. I'm like, I can't be working till 11, 12 at night and then coming in the next day for like 9 o'clock and the store wasn't open yet, but like coming in for 9 a.m. and getting the store ready to open. I said, I just can't handle that. So thankfully that guy is a manager at a different store than the one that I work at now, so I don't usually see him. I saw him one day, him and his wife, they were somewhere that like a dollar store, I think it was, and I said hi to them. I was very polite, but I was like, I'm so glad you're not my manager. But anyways, I gotta go. I gotta get my cleaning done. They've shut off the water here, which is kind of a pain in the butt because I want to mop and I want to do dishes and I want to do laundry and I want to take a bath, but I can't do that because our water's off. So thank you for watching. Bye.